Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the weird and sometimes wonderful, but always weird, world of Goonies World. I am Meanie, also known as Ryan, and I am being joined. I can't talk right now, apparently. I'm turning into my character for this series. Joined by Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean.
Hey.
Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello there.
And Lunicorn, also known as Lynn.
Hey.
And we are jumping right back into the very weird world of Troika, with an exclamation point, of course. And as I recall, right at the end of the last episode, I had been approached by a strange sort of drinking man, very short, apparently a worshiper of pond scum or something along those lines. And I refused to let him take a giant chunk of steak, and he had kind of haughtily turned and started to walk away. But
yeah, you heard his.
He was offended.
But I would like to get his attention by saying, "Hey, you!"
Well, you get his attention all right. You see me standing over by the punch bowl now. He made it all the way over to the punch bowl. It looked like he was just about to pour his flask into the punch bowl, but he moves it real fast. He goes, "Oh, yes." He comes back up to you. Again, he's a member of the cult. He's a type of priest they call the Befouler of Ponds. And he kind of smells like pee. And comes up to you. Yes, you change your mind. Change your mind about that steak.
Well, somewhat. Which is way too big of a word for me. But, and he'll take his dagger, which is really just like a longsword,
right,
and cut off like a good 4-6-ish ounce piece of the steak and hand it over, because that seems like a much more reasonable.
His eyes light up. Oh. Wonderful. Thank you.
And as he's handing it over, he's like basting it with goose grease.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you so much. Now, I know the deal was I would give you a drink, yes, but I just warn you, this drink packed quite a punch, okay? So, if you want to give it a shot, go for it. You never know how it'll affect any person at any given time.
Yeah, hand it over.
Okay. And, he hands it over to you. And
like the whole flask?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he expects you to gulp the whole thing down.
Well, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, he's like, and he watches you gulp the whole thing down. It's like, oh my. Now make a strength skill roll. You don't have the strength advanced skill, so this is just straight your skill or less on 2d6.
No. I got a 7.
No, you got a 7. Whoa, well, suddenly your insides, you have the worst pinch in the world down in your bowels. And you feel this thing like a burning fire go all the way down your throat and into your stomach and down in your lower intestine, like just all in one great swoosh. And it's just so invasive and awful. And he's like, you shouldn't have drank that much. And you are just crippled, bent over with uncontrollable diarrhea right here at the party. Now but now the question of whether you were going commando under your little fur skirt now becomes important, because if you weren't going commando, it could be slightly contained, perhaps just run down the leg a little bit. But if you were going commando, we're going to have some spray.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's a commando type, so.
Oh, no. Well, you shouldn't have had some. Oh, no. And people are backing away from the air, even though there's delicious steaks on the griddle right in front of you. They're all backing away from the fire pit area. And just don't look at him. Just don't look at him. What's the social in a situation? I think you're supposed to ignore it, says someone else. And
hey, who's that guy shitting himself over there? Oh my God, it's Arctus.
Yeah. Now you guys notice that. This is a good way to bring us back together here. After you guys did some mingling and found some weirdness, but if you want to get back to your friend, he needs some help. Just then the Slug King finally makes it to the party and squeezes out the door, and one of the heralds gestures to you, and the little mandrill with the towels, remember the little towel boy mandrill, here's what you get for doing a good turn for the king of the slugs. The mandrill towel boy rushes over and helps you get nice and cleaned up with the towels, and wipes up the floor underneath you, and cleans off your leg, reaches up and gives a nice wipe, because he's a mandrill, and you got not any pride. And
oh man,
King Joe, I'm so sorry about that, says the Befouler of Ponds.
A big
and you were
party,
going
though.
to put that in the punch?
Well, dispersed throughout the entire punch, you understand, would induce a mild euphoria and, quite frankly, get the ladies in the mood. But you took way too much too soon. And I hate to tell you this, but sometimes it gets men in the mood too, so you may experience, over the next 6 to 8 hours, a very powerful erection. And as he's saying this, you're wearing that little fur skirt, right? It's obvious to everyone. As the fur skirt, right? He goes, oh my.
Well, I better get back to my meat.
Yes. Well, thank you for the steak. I'm sorry about that. I
don't know him. I just happened to share an elevator with this guy. I don't know him. I gotta
About getting the party back together. I don't think the party is getting back together.
Oh my.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, suddenly you guys get kind of a shadow up above you. It kind of crosses by. It's getting dark now. That butterscotchy sky is starting to give way to the deep mustard brown of night, and the crystal spheres along the humpbacked sky come out above you. And of course, there's fireworks going off on the other rooftop parties around. But in the glare of some fireworks, the shadow passes above you, and you look up, and it's actually in the shape of wings. And it seems like some giant bird at first, but no. You look up, and there's just enough light from the ambient burst of the fireworks and the rooftop lights of the party to see the white painted face of someone in a hang glider zooming right above where you guys are at. And he gives you a great big mimey grin. It's a mime on wings. And you see him reach into his little mime outfit and pull out a pistolet that he's going to fire at you as he's zipping by. So, oh no, I think we better put his 2 initiative tokens in the cup and see if he's going to get a chance to do anything before you guys do.
That mime's going down.
Well, let's hope so. Zolar, it is your turn. I've drawn your name first from the cup. So about 5 meters above you. We're in British, so we're in meters. So, he's floating above.
Meters all the time, anyway.
Yeah, we should.
Well, you're gonna get Lunicorn on a soapbox about the metric system.
I don't know that we need to, bring the metric system controversy into this into this podcast. I don't need it. It's a controversial issue that really divides people. I don't want to drive any wedges here. But so what do you do, Zolar, of the flying the mime on wings is zipping by above? You must have come from a higher rooftop party, right? Obviously, he's here for revenge about what happened earlier.
Hey, you! I told you to get out of here, you stupid mime. I'm gonna show you. Fuck it, I'm gonna cast a random spell and see what happens.
Okay, here we go. Yes, as we mentioned in our first episode, we're treating random spell as it comes out randomly. So you want to go ahead and roll on your random spell table and see what you got. Yeah. And really the way to read that table is roll 2d6 and just read it like percentiles. Yeah.
Okay, well, that would be 42, which is Hurricane.
Uh-oh, Hurricane!
And says the wizard waves their hands in the air like they just don't care, which being wizards they likely don't. A mighty gust knocks everyone over within 30 meters who fails to test their luck or skill for enemies, dealing 1d3 damage and making an awful mess. Lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
10
minutes.
Test luck every turn if you're not taking cover, or else take further damage.
Okay, well, I believe that's pretty clear. Everyone within 30 meters, should go ahead and test their luck. Now, for our friend, though, he's going to test his non-existent hang gliding skill, so he's just rolling against basic skill, and he fails. So the hang glider he's in is like flips over in the wind and like flips off. You've taken him way out of the running. Whether he took the D3 damage banging his head on the metal bars or not, we don't know. But meanwhile, the rest of you, how are you doing, Illyria, in this mighty wind?
I made my luck roll, so...
Okay, good. You don't get knocked over. How about you, Arctus?
Over.
Well, Arctus rolled a 12 and therefore failed and took 2 points of damage.
Oh no, he took 2 points of damage, and this is an awful mess. Like I said, and it's just other people obviously in the party are getting blown over. I can't roll, skill or luck for every single person in this party, but I am going to roll to see if the majority of them keep their C with an average skill of, say, 3, for the average party goer, right? And I'm only a 7 with the roll, even with the +3. So the hurricane went for 10 minutes, rips across the party. I mean, all the decorations, the little lamps, it's just terrible. The majority of people at the party fall down and take D3 damage. Some people have to go hide behind the big body of the Slug King just to not get blown off the roof. Other people are like grabbing onto furniture that's still blowing across the roof. It's just awful. Now it's going to go on for 10 minutes, like I say, and every single turn somebody's going to have to take luck. That could be a long time, so you might want to run the hell off the roof, I guess.
I'm thinking run off the roof. We did get rid of the mime, though, so
we got rid of that
every
mime
cloud
for
has
sure.
a silver lining.
Yeah, it does.
I showed you.
Okay, well, some people are starting to try to claw their way towards the door to get back down into the building here. They have no idea what's happening, really, Although you did wave your arm, you just wove your hands in the air like you just don't care. And apparently you don't. But
I don't
you guys
give
want to stay up here?
fuck.
You want to? Okay, now it seems like kind of a no-brainer, but do you want to stay up here on this roof and endure the for 10 more minutes of rolling every turn?
You know what?
Which could be a while, or do you want to get the hell out of here?
I'm gonna cast Undo on the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and first of all, also, let's not forget that you need to take 5 off your stamina for casting Hurricane.
Yeah.
And so, now if you're going to cast Undo, which is a great idea.
Well, does it literally undo? Like, will the mime come back?
No, it would
Just the
stop
spell.
Yeah, it'll stop the spell. That would be funny. Rewind. Yeah. It's not rewind, it's undo. Yeah. Yeah, undo's weird though. It's double the cost of the original spell.
Oh fuck no! Then I forgot about this.
So you got to reduce yourself
Because I would have
down to
killed myself.
Would it kill you? Yeah. Okay. Well, we hate to be sticklers for the rule, but I noticed that as I look at double the stamina cost. So you realize you could do that, but hey, you know what? We decided to take the danger of playing with random spells, and that's exactly what we got. This party,
and it's pretty hilarious too.
It is.
What a great random spell to happen on a rooftop party. That's hilarious.
Especially, I guess, a guy with a hang glider. They're like blown off into the side of another building probably by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I assume you guys will rush for the.
Get out of
We'll
here!
hide behind the slug.
Yeah.
We'll go hide behind our slug friend.
Well, do you want to wait this thing out, and you'll still have to keep rolling, or do you want to leave the roof?
Yeah, but I think the party's probably over. I mean, no one else is going to wait around for the hurricane to pass.
Like I said, there's other people trying to claw their way against the wind towards the exit to get out of here, because they have no idea it's going to last 10 minutes. You probably have some idea about how long it'll last, maybe, but I'll assume, unless you can tell me otherwise, you're among everyone else who set up the door, because Arctus have to gather up his stakes, they're still there before they blow off. We assume you got
those. Bring the stakes. We'll leave in our room
somewhere
while
else.
this hurricane blows around. Party in our room.
Get back down onto the 6th floor eventually. Come up. The stairs are now kind of slimy because the Slug King finally made his way up. But the towel boy tried to towel it up, but it's not perfect. And you get back down to the 6th floor hallway. You said party in your room. So I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, let's invite some people in the room. Let's keep this party going.
Yeah.
Well, one of the people, as they're gathering, most people are still they're heading down the stairs, they're going to the floor, but a lot of people are coming down the hall to try to get on the elevator, too. And, I don't know about going to Europe. I saw you waving your hands around. You've cast some sort of spell. You've ruined the whole party.
Oh, but the party's still going, man. I just, that was to take care of that hang glider. It was a mime. He was going to kill everyone, I saved everyone. So now I feel bad, so I think we should, let's continue, and we'll just be in a smaller space.
Smaller space? Let me tell you about small spaces. Now I'm going to have to go have a party in my room, which is much smaller space than the roof. And thank you very much. And if you think you can get a few people to come into your room and party, you've got another thing coming, sir. And just then you hear the elevator ding from the other side of the hallway. And it opens. And this Scorsese shot where the camera zooms all the way down the hallway, zooms in on the elevator door. And there are 4 mimes standing in the elevator, and the little mandrill elevator operator is dead. The little mandrill that could be bribed. They
killed the elevator monkey.
And one of the they must have passed out their pistolets, because one of the 4 mimes grins real big and raises the pistolet at you. And I guess we're in trouble again. I'm going to grab some mimes. I got to put 8 tokens in this thing for these 4 mimes. They've each got 2 tokens. And then another thing, which is there's a potential for abuse, although I'm not going to do it, is when I draw a bad guy token, they're not keyed to individual bad guys. I can use whichever bad guy one I want. But let's shake it up and draw out a chip. And what do we have? Oh, no. It's one of the bad guys. Obviously, it's one with the pistolet. And he's going to fire. And I think that, obviously, he's probably going to fire at the biggest, scariest to him target. So I think we're going to have to pick on Arctus here. So, of course, you can try to, of course... you don't really have a ranged weapon. So, in this case, success for you would mean... charging him and grabbing him or whatever beforehand. How do you want to defend yourself in this that could potentially cause damage back to him since he's at a little distance?
Well, my sword is really big, but I don't know if it's that big.
Throw it. Yeah. Yeah, and yours, it's not that long. You could kind of charge him too, So, just don't want to assume for you how you defend yourself in such a way that could result in him taking damage.
Well, I don't feel like I can charge him since it's not really my turn.
Well, in that case, we're going to, if you're not going to actively defend or whatever, then we'll go ahead and he'll just only roll like an unopposed to see if he can hit you. So he's going to roll his 2d6. He's going to add his skill 4. He has an 8, but that is below his skill. I mean, that is above his skill by 1 or by 2, so he's not going to hit you. And instead, one of those little phosphor bulbs in the back of the hallway bursts, and we'll see who comes out of the initiative cup next. And we have, oh no, as you might imagine, it's another one. It's another, and 2 of the 4 who are in the elevator door pull out wicked knives and charge down the hallway. And one of them attacks you, Illyria, and he has an 8 also. He rolls an 8 for his attack on you. If you roll higher than that, then you can hurt him.
I can oppose him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I docked it. Oh, I also rolled an 8.
Okay.
So I've equaled him.
Well, if you want to use your luck, you can try to break that tie.
Sure, I will do that.
Try to make a luck roll. Okay, make luck roll, and then your luck will be 1 less. But if you make that, you can break the tie, then you'll be the one to do the damage.
Oh shit, they keep falling off.
We're throwing dice all over.
Hey, oh. Oh, terrible. I rolled 2 1s.
Oh no. Okay, well, luckily, he just got a knife. It's a wicked looking knife.
I'm trying to roll low. It was not good.
Okay, he's going to roll damage. He rolls a 4, so with his knife, luckily for this, just 2 points of damage. And then the other one, wielding a knife, had run up to Zolar, and he gets much higher, rolling 11. Zolar, what do you get? Of course, I assume you're using your loud staff to defend yourself.
Yeah. But I don't know if that... I mean, I don't have any thing to add.
Right.
But, let's see here. 11.
Oh, okay, again, so that's a tie. So do you want to spend a luck to break the tie? Or make a luck, spend that luck to make a luck roll and make the tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not? That's what it's there for.
Yeah, spend a luck.
Yeah, we're getting a chance to play with a lot of these little rules of Troika tonight, so might as well use them. So yeah, you spend a luck, and now you make a luck roll to see if you can break a tie.
Okay, so... okay.
You're going to spend the luck point regardless.
And do we want to get...
Equal to or less than you're rolling under.
I do not.
Okay, so testing luck, you do not break the tie, and therefore he will do damage to you, and he will roll his damage, which luckily is a 1. He's using a knife, so again, that's 2. 2 points of damage to you. The other one who had the pistolet, who's still in the elevator at the end of the hallway, and then there's another one who had a knife, who seemed like he was supposed to start running and charge like all you guys, but he maybe was too afraid to try to charge Arctus. And his second thoughts at the end of the hallway, he got intimidated when he realized the other 2 are making beelines for you 2. And, of course, he doesn't act right now. I keep forgetting each person. We don't know who's going to act. I got to draw it out. So, hope I get one of you guys this time. I'm trying to do this without looking. What do we have? We have... Oh my god. No, it's another one of them. So that one, he screws up his courage, and the one with the pistolet looks at him and points emphatically at Arctus, and so the mime gulps exaggeratedly, and makes his knees shake and comically fearful, and then flings himself forward down the hallway to attack Arctus. And, whoa, rolls pretty good and gets a 12 altogether. But now he's within range of your murderous greatsword. And...
Oh my, 17.
Oh my. So, yes, you will beat that roll, and you may roll the damage for the greatsword.
Ooh, goodness. Consulting the chart, that will be, 12. Good lord.
Oh, well, you just slice that fellow right in half. Just thunk from shoulder to about mid-rib cage on the other side. It goes all the way through. And it'll still cut a tomato. And so there's one of them down at the end of the hallway. Now, that was his turn. And now we're going to see who else goes. And, oh, look at that. It's the end of the round. I drew the randomly drawn end of the round token. So that means all the tokens go back in, which is not necessarily a good thing, right?
Damn.
And that the round is over. So, yeah, start a new round. All the Zolar's gone once. We're going to put his token back in. Bad guys. Nobody else got a chance to go. Okay, we're going to see who's going now in a brand new round. Oh, my goodness. I grabbed the red one again. I'm skipping. I'm just telling you right now. And who's this? This is Illyria. Illyria, what do you do?
Illyria.
Okay, now you've got one on you in melee. There's one on Zolar in melee. One of them right next to you has just been cut in half by your good friend Arctus, and then there's the other one with the pistolet at the end of the hallway in the elevator door.
I am going to go for the one that's on me in melee.
That's probably the smart play.
Silver sword.
Okay.
Okay, so I roll. I add the total to 2d6. Is that?
You roll 2d6 and you add your weapons
and I add
skill total.
My total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
sword.
right.
My sword fighting. Ooh, 17, baby.
Okay, that's great. I just rolled an 11. Great roll for him, which was 13, but it's not going to be good enough. So you may roll the damage for your sword. So rolling a d6. 6. And so you were using a long sword, was that right?
Yes. Well, it just says silver sword, so...
Okay, that'd be a normal sword. So when you say you... Did you roll a 6? Have you already looked at the table? Or
I've already looked at the table. I wrote the table down on my character sheet, so I wouldn't have to keep looking.
Good job. You roll a 6. And so, of course, that's nice, because this is a system where you can roll a 2 and it's still 6 points of damage.
Right, which is exactly what I did roll.
Which is nice.
A 2.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, good look at the chart, too. Awesome. And, okay. Now, these last mimes, the first ones that came after you were pretty weak. They only had like 5 stamina. These are their second rank of, they've got 10 stamina. The last guy, obviously was killed flat out. This guy's not, but you don't know how long they'll stay and stick this out. So you do significant damage to him. And now we're going to draw the cup and see whose turn it is. And who is this? And who is this? It's Arcturus.
All right. So there's not one currently in melee with me because I just killed him.
Not with you, yeah. And then right next to you, Illyria has just badly wounded one. You got about half down, you think. And then there's an unwounded one fighting Zolar. And then there's the one with the pistolet at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, I'm charging the pistolet guy.
His eyes go wide. He's not going to scream because he's a mime, but he'll frantically try to fire at you as you're running along. And gosh, he rolls a 6 total. I think you're going to
15.
Beat. Oh, go ahead and roll your damage. Let's have some high damage. Let's kill this guy.
Well, not great. That's going to be 8.
Well, 8, man, that's pretty harsh. So that gets him close. He's only got two stamina left, and he cries out, falls back. But hey, this, he slips on the mandrill blood. That's what they get for killing the cute little mandrill elevator operator. And he's scrambling around like he looks like he's going to try to run the hell away if you let him, which you may or may not. But let's see whose turn it is now. And it's one of their turn. I think it is his turn. I think he is going to try to run away and run past you. But he'll try to push his way past you like an attack if you don't look like you're going to let him. So you could like step aside and not roll any dice. Or if you want to kill him on the way out, let's roll some dice as he tries to fight past you.
Well, we let him go last time. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. And, oh my. Yeah, he rolls a 7.
16.
This is the worst luck ever. Go ahead and roll your dice on that. And,
4, but that's going to be enough.
Yeah, that's going to be enough. And in fact, it scares him bad enough, and he knows that he can sense it from the arc and the weight of the weapon and everything as it's coming down. And he says, please, and breaks his mime code before he dies. And his blood mingles with the blood of the mandrill. And now we have, I believe, one heavily wounded mime left fighting Illyria, and one not very wounded mime left fighting our good friend Zolar. So let's see whose turn it is and draw out of the cup. And what does that say?
Arctus.
It's Arctus again. He's his other token. It's your turn again, Arctus. What do you do?
Well, shit.
Yeah.
So there's 2 left?
Yeah. One's wounded, one's not. They're fighting your friends. You charge down one. You charge down the hall and more or less kill one. And then charge back down the hall, I guess.
You charge back down the hall, and
yeah, he's gonna.
There's one that's not wounded, so let's see if I could get him with one blow.
Okay.
God, 17
And
again.
he'll try to do his defense. Oh, so he got a roll of 12, which is so good for him, but it's not good enough. And he's already wounded, so let's see if you can finish him.
The unwounded one.
Okay, and he's not wounded, of course. So let's see what. Maybe you can get him in one blow. Roll a 5 or 6, you can. Or if you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you can.
Well, I rolled a 4, so that's 10 damage.
Okay, 10. Now, technically speaking, if one of his friends can get to him by the end of the round, which we don't know when that's going to be, because we don't know when then they could... this could happen to you, too. If this ever happens, we're right on 0, but not below 0, which he is. Oh, no, he's... Yeah, that guy was unwounded. So he's down. He's not dead, but he'll be dead. You know what I mean? Unless somebody can... Effectively, he's dead unless you want to save him. He's bleeding out. He's kicking his legs. He's grasping at his throat with blood's trailing out all over the carpet. And then there's just the one semi-wounded one left. We're going to... Oh, my God. Pull out one. Hey, look at that. It is our good friend Zolar who finally gets to do something.
Finally. Well,
Finally.
She said to that lady that gave us the bonbon said to use them when we needed them. So I'm gonna eat a blue bonbon.
Okay, you take a bite of the blue bonbon, and it's so good, and it tastes like lavender. And whoop! Suddenly, you're a very skinny guy.
Yeah.
And you're wearing all these voluminous robes with all kinds of weird pockets and everything. Suddenly, you guys look over. You don't notice at first his pockets or his robes are so big, but you see it in his face, and his skinny little neck. It starts to thicken up, and his face gets all thickened up, and then his body begins to spread out, and it's you begin to get there's noticeable weight gain happening instantly with you when you eat the blue bonbon.
Well, these are fattening, very fattening.
You really swell up. You don't keep on going and blow up like
Violet Beauregard.
Right, but it is very Willy Wonka meets the guy who swells up and blows up at the end of Big Trouble in Little China. One of the 3 storms. But you're swelling up. So now you're basically a great big huge tall chubby guy in a robes, and that is the only effect of eating the blue bonbon. However, I will let you do something else on your turn too if you want. We can call that your move. I don't want you to wait around for your luck of the draw and the token only to swell up like a great big lavender bonbon.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my staff.
Okay, and this is the one guy who's the only one left. He's wounded. He half-heartedly swipes his knife at you, and altogether he rolls a 9. And let's see what you do with your loud, jangly staff.
I just rolled 2 6s.
Oh my gosh, you have a mighty blow. It's automatically successful, and you will do double damage. So,
All right.
roll big for damage, hopefully. Of course, I'll tell you, he's got like 5 hit points left anyway, or 5 stamina left. But you will be double damage for the mighty blow.
Okay, I'm using my staff, and I rolled a 3, so it's 4 plus, or doubled, so it'd be 8.
8 points of damage, which kills him. You just crack his skull, right, hit the temple, with that staff, and it just cracks right open. Eyeball runs out like a yolk and part of his brains on the floor.
You should have mimed your own business, huh?
Yeah, party in your room. Real good idea, says one of the people who were there earlier. He's lurking in the back by the stairway, and everyone's looking at you guys and shaking their heads like this is somehow your fault as they continue to crowd out of the hallway.
It's better than hurricanes and diarrhea.
It's true.
It's really good thing that the hurricane didn't happen at the same time that the diarrhea was happening. It's just
that'd be funny.
Whipped it around on everyone.
Does anyone else want to try their bonbon while we're
Actually, I do. I'm kind of regretting giving the purple one the minion, but I do still have a black one. So I'm going to eat my black bonbon.
Okay. Well, you're in luck because it tastes like sesame seeds, as I said, and it restores 1 point of your luck.
Oh.
So 1 point of your luck comes back.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anyone else want to take a bite of a bonbon? We know what the blue ones do, and we know what the black ones do. The blue ones are kind of disappointing.
Well, I do have a black one, and I am down a luck point, so
now that you know, and you got that randomly too. So good luck.
I think I will eat a provision to get my stamina back.
Yeah, get your stamina back. You eat a provision, which gives you D6 stamina back. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
4 back. That's pretty nice.
5 back.
So did D6 for a provision?
Yeah, if you eat a provision and you mark it off, which is good to do in a game like this, where we know we're not going to be continuing week after week after week after week and running out of provisions. So, we take a breath after the terrible fight. Of course, by now, once again, late to the party, the tiny little hotel security guys with the great big lances come out of the stairwell. Of course, they've had to fight against other people. And they, once again, seeing that they're not needed. You guys take a break. You try your bonbons. And you eat some food, sit in your room for a minute, calm down.
Well,
and suddenly,
now that I just ate a provision, I'm going to eat my yellow bonbon for dessert.
Okay. Well, you eat it, and it's so good, and it counts as a full provision, the tiny little bonbon, and you get another D6.
Okay. All right. Only 1 back that time, but I'm almost back at full stamina.
All right. Anybody else have any more bonbons floating around out there?
I've got a yellow one, but now I know what it does, and I don't need it, so...
Yeah, you don't need it. Hold on to it for the future. You never know. Yeah, you might need it in the next, 15 or 20 minutes. But, so, I guess one could just go to sleep, or you could say, forget this hotel, or what would you like to do? Go back downstairs. Still plenty of night left, but the party here is over. You could try to go to a party on one of the other rooftops.
Yeah, I was going to say, we should probably, the night's still young. Let's try to get up to one of those other parties, And I don't think this hotel is like, a 5-star hotel. I think we should leave this place if we can, while we still can. This is a madhouse. I would like to get down and get out of here, and then we can see about partying.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. See if we can go find some demons to kill. You never know. They can show up at parties anytime. Happens all the time.
Well, and you've got the room for free in case you want to come back, but you're right. This place is weird. It's a little too weird. And maybe you just want to get right out of there. But I assume, you've got the elevator right there, but of course the poor little elevator operator's dead.
Well, if a monkey can operate it, surely we can operate this elevator, and we'll probably do it better than him.
Oh, I think you're probably right. Well, you go over to the elevator, and you look in, and like you've been in here earlier fighting and some other things, but you realize, the guy's dead. There's blood everywhere. The mimes were here, and you get on the elevator and close the door and try to look at the buttons and make it go down. So why don't you make a luck roll to see if you can figure it out? Whoever's grabbing it's got to be like whoever's actually doing it. Make a luck roll and see if it's as intuitive as you think it must be.
Well, I can try. And so 11. Oh wait, well
You got it. Yeah, you're rolling under.
We want to roll. Okay, I
Your
rolled.
luck or less.
I'm going to redo that because I just rolled 1d6.
Okay. Yeah, always 2 for everything except for damage. And unopposed, we're rolling equal to or less.
So, I roll the same thing, 11, which is not under my luck.
Oh no! Well, you bring it up and the elevator starts to move. You can feel it moving. You can't tell.
Here we go.
Whether it's moving up or whether it's moving down. It is quite an odd sensation. And I said the shafts on the outside of the elevator shaft itself was painted, right, to denote different floors, and the elevator room is just a cage. Well, looking out through the bars of the cage, after that momentary, bit of feeling disoriented, it doesn't open up. You can't see through the bars of the cage into... Looking through the bars of the cage, you no longer see the elevator shaft, but you see vast green fields and woodlands and beautiful, quaint terrain, and you're in the elevator just floating down from above. And slowly come to rest. And this beautiful green fields like an Arcadian, and this is not like the type of green fields you see on your world. You guys have a butterscotch sky and giant ferns, and this is like blue sky and green grass and trees, and there's a large pillow on the ground. There's a woman who's asleep on it. She's asleep on the pillow about maybe several hundred feet away outside of your elevator door.
I think we're on the wrong
Here's
floor.
where you find yourself.
Yeah, I think you might have pushed the wrong button.
Yeah, oops. So there's a lady.
Yeah, she's asleep on the grass, like on a pillow in the grass. You could try to wake her up and talk to her. You could
maybe
try to work the elevator again and get the hell out.
Maybe she knows how to work this elevator. I mean, she must know how she got here, so maybe she has some insight into this contraption.
I have a bad feeling about that sleeping lady.
Well, can I see if she is she a beauty, sleeping beauty?
Yeah, she is a sleeping beauty. Yeah, she is. She's looks to be mid-30s, perhaps. Well preserved. Got a touch of the ornate to her outfit. Touch of spangles and sparkles and some astrological symbols.
Oh, I know astrology.
In her robe.
I can't remember. No, astrology.
Second sight?
Astrology.
Oh, I was thinking second sight.
Well, you could use second sight too to find out if there's anything magical about her. weird woman asleep on a pillow in a world that you've just elevated your way into. I wonder if there's anything magical about her.
Right.
Or anything else, right?
I think we know, but the details we don't know.
But I think we should wake her up and invite her to come with us and party.
You're going to wake her up?
Yeah, but how to wake her up?
Okay.
This is a delicate situation, you know. We don't want to scare her. You know, she could freak out and, you know, claw us or something.
Hey, lady.
She startles. She sits up.
That's not delicate.
And she wakes up and looks around and she goes, oh, no. My dreams have leaked again. Oh, dear. She sits up on the pillow. Oh, and she looks over at the elevator. Like, oh, no. I just can't believe this happened again. I'm so sorry. You're stuck in my dream now, and so am I. I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. I am Madame Belotza Vandercroft, she says, as she stands up and bows. And I am a wizard of some renown. You may have heard of me. No? Well. Now, I don't know what we're going to do now that we're stuck in my dream.
Can't you wake up?
Oh, that's the problem. Now I'm stuck in the dream, and it's leaked. It's leaked outside of my head and apparently into the elevator shaft. And you've made a mistake in your operation of it. And you've come right into my dream instead of the next floor, because my dreams must have been seeping out from my room. I was just taking a little nap because I heard the party wasn't very good. There was all hurricanes and diarrhea from what I was told. You know.
Yeah, somebody.
Wasn't very good.
It wasn't us. Somebody else caused a diarrhea hurricane.
Yes, and then mimes showed up. No one likes it when mimes show up.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they're not welcome.
I'm afraid you'll just be stuck here until I wake up, if I can.
Where's your?
Can't wake myself up.
Where's your body
Pinches
at?
herself and like, well, I'm on the 4th floor, of course, of the Blancmange Hotel, but my body's on the 4th floor of the hotel, of course. But
I know how to wake you up here in the dream, though.
Oh, how is that? I pinched myself. I've done everything I can.
No, you need something like a nightmare to scare you awake. You know, we think of something really scary. You know, then it'll happen. Then you'll wake up and we'll be free.
Well, are you saying if you scare me here that I must wake up when I pinch myself and I try so hard?
Yeah, only a nightmare, because you know how you know, something so scary, it forces you to wake up.
Can you scare me that badly?
Well, let me see.
We could try to kill you.
Yeah, we
That
could
would be
just try
scary, wouldn't it?
to murder you, and that, I mean, but then you'd know we were just trying to scare you. We need something really scary that we have no control over. You know,
I'm afraid none of you seem very scary. I'm sorry.
No, but I
I'm a rogue demon hunter. I am quite scary.
I could I could conjure a spell or something. Well, tell us your fears. Maybe I can, you know, do you have a fear of something?
Oh, I have a fear of inept people prodding at my brain. Perhaps you should just find your own ways out of my dream, unless you think you could do something really scary.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I can make something happen. You know.
If I told you what my fears were, and then they suddenly appeared, then I would know it was you making something happen to try to scare me, and it wouldn't scare me.
But it could really kill you. You know, perhaps.
Oh, we could really kill you.
And Arctus at this point is just going to tower over her and scream in her face and pick her up and start running.
And just as she does that, she gasps, and you guys find yourself spilling out onto the 4th floor hallway
That'll do
of the hotel. That's kind of what I was waiting for, something sudden and unexpected, and And she's there too, though. She's somehow coming out of her dream into this. She's not like laying in her room, though. She's laying there with you. Oh. She sits up, shakes her head. Oh my.
It worked.
You're quite something, aren't you?
Scary.
Yes. You know, if you're the type of people who can make things happen, I might have an opportunity for you. How would you like to do some real travel and adventure?
Will there be demons on the way that I can slay?
There are demons everywhere. It's only a matter of how badly you want to see them.
I want to see them and kill them.
They say that demons have infested all the crystal spheres of creation. But if you wish to visit those other spheres, my cousin is the captain of a barge, a golden barge, the Curious Puffin, and is looking for crew members for an expedition into the humpbacked sky. He promised extensive travel, perhaps spiritual nourishment. And I would be happy to introduce you to my cousin, Captain Tartakov. He's the expedition captain, as I say. And, of course, he's going there to... he's seeking to catalog all the biological variances among gremlins through all the spheres. But I'm sure he would need capable hands such as you. Would you like to join him in those otherworldly adventures?
Well, that sounds perfect for me. I'm a wandering miracle worker, so, I like to trot around, and you said something about spirituality?
Spiritual nourishment, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, many find travel through the spheres very nourishing to the soul. I myself have done some sphere traveling on the golden barges. I once went to another sphere through an eldritch portal, and I once went to another sphere through a non-Euclidean labyrinth. That was a bad place. I do not wish to speak of it. But my cousin, Captain Tartakov, will take good care of you. I'll write you a letter of introduction. And, unless you want to stop her, she writes you a letter of introduction, and perhaps you stay at the hotel that night, perhaps you don't, but we flash forward to there at the docks of the Great Golden Barge. You can see its huge butterfly-like wings, like they almost look like solar sails. They're glistening with gold. There's a great barge, pennants flying in the wind, ready to depart these spheres, and Captain Tartakov's already agreed to take you on board. And that's about it. I think if we ever visit our friends from Troika again, we will do what Troika intends, which is to take us sailing among the crystal spheres of the sky and see what else is out there. Of course, there are many unanswered questions about this mysterious hotel, the Blancmange Thistle, that may never be answered. And of course, we would level up here if we were going to continue those adventures, and if we ever do, then we'll level up before we do. But for now, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here without any great big bang. As you sail off into the skies on the Curious Puffin and its glittering golden sails to see what else awaits in this weird multiverse of Troika! !
Hey everybody, if you like our podcast, don't forget to leave us a good rating and or review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, or wherever you're able. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Goonies_world, and check out our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.